Hello and welcome. My name is Victoria Karsai and I'm owner and stylist at Mist Hair Studio. Today I'm going to be showing you my testimony on how to use Kangen water for color treatment and for scalp treatments. So we have a client here today that we've already done some color on. The application has started. We've done permanent color on the scalp and we've done some boils. Zuzana tends to have quite an irritated scalp. She's a very sensitive scalp to color. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be using the 11.5 pH, which is one of the waters from Kangen water. It's actually considered a degreaser. It's great for taking off skin, stains off of skin, clothing, anything like that. And in this case, we're going to be using it to take any of the stain off after the color service off the skin. And in most cases, we would have been using a color skin stain remover from the color line that I use. And in this case, we will be using the 11.5 pH. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be grabbing a clean cloth and we're going to run a little bit of strong alkaline Kangen water, pH 11.5, onto fresh cloth. And we're going to dampen it as much as we can. And we're going to be using this water to actually take any of the remaining color gently off the skin, not to irritate. And Zuzana's color that we're doing today is a little bit lighter. In most cases, we would be using something that's a little bit darker, so it would be a little bit easier to see. But in this case as well, it's working quite nice. And as you can see, it's natural. We're not using any chemicals to take any of that stain off. And this is something we're going to be doing afterwards, after the process as well. But we also do it at the beginning, and this way just to making sure that that stain is going to come off the skin. So the customer is going to process for 25 minutes and we will be back after. Thank you. So welcome, we're back to our testimony on Kangen water. Clients has finished processing. And so basically what I wanted to show you, as we mentioned earlier, this client had a very sensitive scalp and very irritated to color. So we've done the shampoo at this point. We haven't done the conditioner. Once we put conditioner on, it seals the cuticles. And what we wanted to show this time that we actually use a beauty water from Kangen water, which is a pH of about 5.5 to 6. And what we're going to be doing is neutralizing any of the irritation that the client has. As you can see, the client's skin is actually quite red and inflamed. It's really itchy for Zuzana. So what we're going to be doing is actually grabbing our Kangen water beauty water, 5.5 pH, and we're going to be spraying it right onto the scalp and right directly so that it helps any of the irritation very gently, not to irritate the scalp any more than it already is. And this is just going to really calm down any of the irritation and redness. And actually you can really tell where in some spots it's a little bit lighter, and up top where it's really itchy for her, it's really red. And this is really gonna suit the skin as well. It's gonna close the cuticles and lock in any of the color as well. It's gonna neutralize the hair. So when we color hair, we actually change the pH of the hair from a 4.5, 5.5 to about a 7 to an 8 if you're permanently coloring their hair. If we're streaking the hair, we're changing the hair to about between an 8 and a 9. So what we're doing with the beauty water is actually we're bringing it back to the natural state of the hair and the skin as well. So that is basically it, and we're going to finish the customer at the chair and we'll come back in a bit. Thank you. So we are actually back right now. This is another thing we just wanted to really quickly show you, is that the scalp has been suctioned now. The hair has actually been suctioned and the scalp is quite irritated. It's an easier way to see it right now. Through the back where it wasn't quite as sensitive, it's a lot more lighter. I just wanted to get this in so that you can see this. And this is another perfect time that Zuzana is just going to pass me the beauty water here, that we're going to spray the scalp as well one more time because the client still feels a little bit of irritation. And we're just going to gently, again, not to irritate the scalp anymore, spray this onto the scalp as well. And this is actually really good. This is something we can use on our hair on an everyday basis. It's also a great detangler, beauty water. It's great for our hair, it makes the hair really shiny, but specifically in this situation where someone has an irritation. So that was my testimony on Kangen water. Thank you very much for watching, and if you'd like to get a little bit more information, welcome to visit me at www.purekangen.ca. Thank you. Have a nice day.